What's poppin', Miata boy? What's poppin'? Miata boy, if you're in here, dang man, I saw the Joaquin Buckley, Pat Downey match. You know, Pat Downey, a world-class wrestler now, so it is what it is. But shout out to Buck for stepping up to the plate. Nothing but respect, homie. I guess we could try to watch it, but I don't know. I feel like it's total copyright. Total copyright. So let me just refer you to the X account you can watch it on. Go to at the barn season on X. At the barn season. I'll put it in the chat. Oh, and then also, let me just put that Discord link in the chat one more time so that people can keep joining. I be updating you, boys. Giving you a little heads up when I go live. So let me go add that in real quick. I got a couple good things to react to with this whole Pereira knockout as well. All right.
Like, just look at the quality of
M Gal, what's up, bro? What's up, M Gal? What's poppin'? Alex smashed that dude, I know. In your hometown, baby, let's go. In your hometown, M Gal. Damn, let me just go shut this door real quick before we get started. Yes, Jamal, the streamer thing is the Subo versus Shove Hall. It is. We got footage to react to. Lots of good stuff today, boys. Lots of good stuff. But yeah, let me go shut this door and I'll come right back. Shout out me, Autoboy. Castro about to chin a said like Alex did his training partner. Bro, I only can dream of that, bro. Shit, my dream might come true one day. But I'm gonna leave him alone for now. I'm gonna leave it alone, you know what I mean? I don't want to be prodding at this guy constantly, but, you know, we all know how I feel about his said. We all know how I feel about his said. I trust him the least out of anyone, boys. Okay, so the topics we're gonna get into today, we got quite a bit. We got this one, the Alex Pereira knockout in sparring. We also have Phil Rowe, an honorary team captain of Fusion X-Cel. And he's not too happy about this shit. Phil ain't too happy about this shit getting posted. So we're going to react to that. And we're going to react to the full video of this. The guy who posted it. Stand-up striking. Then we got an Arman Sarukian interview to react to. And I promise not to crash out this time, boys, alright? I'm done crashing out about the whole thing. I'm going to just stay calm and listen to what Arman has to say. I actually listened to the interview already, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a great interview. And I think Arman did a great job. I was waiting to hear from him, and I like everything he said. I like your Obey hoodie. Thank you, Mgal. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We also got Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira 2 leaked, but Arman wants to have the BMF title fight, so I don't know. Is it official? Is it not? It's only leaked for now. I'm shocked the video came out. Whoever posted it is a joke. Shit, here he is right now. My bad. My bad, stand-up striking. Miata boy said it, not me, but, you know, people aren't too happy about that you posted it, homie. I guess they're allowed to have their opinion. What else was there? Yeah, the streamer thing as well. The streamer thing as well. We got that over here. We got that right here. Shav call. Churchayev. Beating on dude. But apparently dude had it coming. Okay. Shout out all the boys watching. Let's take a look at this sparring video, okay? This is the main one right here. Shout out stand-up striking for the video. Check it out, boys. Full video. Full sparring clip.
I wanted to go with him so bad, but I'm like, yeah.
Homie's gonna make like 2 more cameos. Here's one more of them.
I told
He's gonna
y'all.
make 1 more cameo.
I told y'all. I'm Nick. Give it to him again. Yeah, Neil. He back in there.
That's it.
3. Give me 3 ounces.
Liver.
No, keep going.
I think that's the last cameo from homie.
This one's gonna hurt him. I know. Yo, stop recording this nigga, bro. He's done. Yeah, I knew what the time it was, though. Damn, nice 2 pieces. Hands up.
They said, stop recording this dude. He's done. And then the guy recording said, yeah, but he knew what time it was. So they want to keep sparring.
Hit the floor. You're good, Neil. Hands up. Double jab. Stop holding your punches out. You're lucky he's going light.
Nobody show this video to Kilo Roundtree. He might just jizz, boys. If you know, you know. Kilo Roundtree loved it when fucking Pereira was digging to the body.
Oh, he's gonna slip that right hand and drop it. He's waiting for that hook. No, he's gonna right hand body shot. Look, as soon as the right hand comes. Bah! Yeah! Bah! 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 Again!
Head. Coming head. Oh! Damn, Pereira turned up on him. Turned up on him at the end there. Damn, bro. Okay, so we saw that, right? You guys want to just see it one more time? Let's see it one more time.
As soon as the right hand comes.
Slip, bow, liver, body, liver, bow. Set his ass up. Ooh.
right here.
Dropped him like a sack of potatoes. You could go out on your face or you could go out on your back, boys. Your choice. You could go out on your face or you could go out on your back, boys. Homie had to go out on his back. Okay. But yeah, this dude's posts a lot of his own sparring footage if you guys want to watch it. Whatever the case. Now let me pull up Phil Rowe's reaction because a lot of people have been reacting to this. And everybody has mixed takes. So let's look at Phil Rowe's reaction. Oh, Retno says, we are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We are Charlie Kirk. Castro, please play We Are Charlie Kirk. Retnos, I will get to it. If you want me to play a song, I'll get to it midstream, okay? Miata boy, Alex kind of crashing out perfectly. Time to throw a oblique kick if he's going that hard. Yeah, he could have thrown an oblique kick or a teep at least. Something. Something to get some distance. Stop gooning, bro. I ain't gooning, homie. But that's why I said don't show this video to Khalil Roundtree. He might start gooning. If you show this video to Khalil Roundtree, do the stick into the body, he might start gooning, okay? I'm just saying. But if there's a Charlie Kirk song, Rhett knows we'll play it later. I want to get to the Phil Rowe reaction, so let me just get to that real quick. Oh, my bad. I didn't know the screen was black. Give me a second. I gotta pull it up. Phil Rowe. Okay, so Phil Rowe got a couple things he reposted to the story. Team captain of Fusion X-Cel right here. At least one of them. Okay, so Maddie the GOAT, not sure who this is. R.I.P. Charles. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Before we get into this, I'll just say I was fucking advocating for Charlie Kirk today, saying, you know, was it because he spoke up about or against Israel? I was speaking about that today with someone. Okay, so R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Netanyahu better not have done it or his days are fucking numbered, boys. And that ain't nothing coming from me, okay? Ain't nothing coming from me. I wish I never said that. All right. I was just kidding. It was a comedy skit, all right? I didn't mean that shit. That was a comedy skit, what I was just saying there. All right, let me read this, though. By the way, if you post your teammate getting knocked out and laugh while it happens, you are a fake-ass friend/teammate. And next time you get knocked out or beaten in a fight, I'm going to post it and laugh at it. Haha. All right, let's look at the next one. I think this is Phil reacting to it. Hold up, let's get the sound.
I'm out here in the cab. Yo, I'm out here in the cabin in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, enjoying my holiday, enjoying Thanksgiving. Shout out to Plenio, shout out to Alex Pereira, shout out to Melvin. They hit me up, said they're going to pull up to Orlando. It just sucks I was out of town this weekend. They came in the gym, showed love, as they always do. Alex sparred with a bunch of people. Alex is a homie. He brought me in his camp a couple times. Paid for my way. Always shows love. He came to the gym and ended up dropping somebody from the gym. Now, when you're in front of a guy like Alex, extreme power, extreme accuracy, that's just bound to happen, right? He's not doing anything malicious. He's just being a world champ. When you're in front of someone of that caliber and someone of that prestige that is gracing the gym and giving you guys looks and giving you just the opportunity to share space with him, you move at his pace, right? You show love. You keep the level at a level where you want to keep your consciousness, right? So not even on his behalf, on the niggas from Fusion that are friends with this man, it's your job to say, hey, man, tone it down. Look who's in front of you. But after the fact, for you to be jumping around, laughing, giggling, hee-hawing, that shit was lame, bro. Extremely lame. Especially when you not those guys that be getting them rounds. Lame. This fight game is way deeper than that, man.
What Phil says right here is pretty deep, and I think he does hit the nail on the head. So listen.
That just shows you niggas will sell your soul for this much clout. To be tagged with a nigga that's that nigga.
Tagged him. That's what I just did. I tagged him in my post. That's what he's talking about. To get tagged in a Perry Punch post, boys. And fucking like 20 others. But yeah, that's the clout chase he got right there. And you're not going to get much followers from that, if we're being real.
And you're not. To be seen on a nigga's social that's popping, and you're not. You will sell your soul. You will sell your mans down the river that trains with you every day. A hobbyist. Do better, man.
Disgusted. Disgusted. Do better, Phil says. You know I rock with Phil, and I'm gonna rock with Phil on this take too. He sold his boy down the river for Alex Pereira clout. Shit. All right, Phil. I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Phil. 100%. Rhett knows you can tell Phil Rowe thinks he's hard. He's pretty hard, bro. He got a good knockout earlier this year. He's a good dude. I think he's funny as hell. One of the more likable personalities in the UFC for me, at least. I like Phil Rowe. But, Rhett said Alex Pereira would knock Phil Rowe the fuck out. Fuck he talking about. Phil was actually showing love to Pereira, Rhett. He got nothing against Pereira. It was against the guy who fucking filmed the video and threw it on his, like, Instagram reels and TikTok. That's who he's mad at. And I can see, I get it. You just sold the dude you train with every day down the river for some Alex Pereira clout. I get it. I think Phil fucking spot on. Phil might have to go spank homie who fucking posted that video. That's what it sounds like he's about to go do. Go spank homie when he gets back in the gym. Team captain coming for that ass. Shout out John Dong. He says, sup homie. What up, homie? Miata Boy says the gym owner must be pissed. Bad look on the gym. Probably. The coaches are probably irritated about that for sure. Rhett knows the song is Spalexma. Okay, I got you. John Dong, do you know Dag MMA? You look a little like him, and you guys have similar voices. I don't, John Dong. But apparently I look like fucking everybody. It's crazy. I be getting all kinds of things from you boys. Light skin Mexican, Native American, Filipino, everything but what I really am. But shout out to you, John Dong. Shout out to you. Appreciate the you dropping in the chat always, brother. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Note to self, don't spar with Alex. I would get chinned out cold. Yeah, seriously, bro. I ain't never stepping in there against Alex. Never, Miata boy. I might wake up from a nightmare. That might be something I have nightmares about, honestly. Sparring fucking Alex Pereira. UFC fighters, that's got to be their nightmare, isn't it? UFC calls, hey, we want to offer you Alex Pereira. These guys are like, oh, fuck, bro. Are you kidding me right now? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Alex fucking Pereira, my worst fucking nightmare. No joke. If I had to train for that guy for like 60 fucking days, bro, thinking about him, waking up, thinking about that shit, bro, I would lose my fucking marbles. I'd be like, I'm done, bro. I'm fucking dead. Dead man fucking walking. Dead man fucking walking. Okay, got a couple saved bookmarks from reactions to the knockout. But actually, oh, I also thought this was hilarious. Luke has become an old lesbian at 45. We're gonna watch this. I don't know what he says, but I think it's something about the Arman Sarukian fight and, you know, him not getting it and Paddy getting it over him. But let me look at this real quick. I wanted to show you guys homie's profile because I sussed
the right hand coach.
Stand-up striking. And tell me if I'm right about this, boys. Does he look like a guy who's like a really good boxer? Like homie been grown up in a boxing gym, and then he came to an MMA gym just to beat up on guys? Because look how clean his hands are. Look how clean this guy's hands are. He got to be a boxer, and he's coming into MMA gyms to beat up on these dudes. I don't know. I might be judging. But his hands are too clean, bro. I'm a little bit sus of this dude. He got some clean kicks, but his hands are real clean. Like he's a boxer. Like, come on, that double Muhammad Ali jab right there. Look at these hands. At least he's not going hard on homie, though. He's just kind of going light, but he got really good hands, is what I'm saying. He had to have fucking been like an amateur boxer. Had to have been. He got too clean of hands. Tuxedo Mask, thank you for the $2 dono, my brother. He goes, maxing out all my stats in 2026. Let's go. Me too. You and me both, Tuxedo Mask. You and me both. Maxing out our stats in 2026. But shit, we starting a month early, homie. We starting a month early. We're starting now, homie. Right fucking now. The max out for 2026 starts now. Officially. Shout out Tuxedo Mask. Thank you again for the $2 dono. Andrew in the chat, LFG. Shout out Andrew. True Silence, can't do that in Octagon. Dreadlock doing too much. He was showing off them hands for sure. I was watching his videos. I'm like, damn, he's too nice with it. He's too nice with it. Too nice with it. Gotta be an amateur boxer. Gotta be. Castro is fighting this weekend. Let's go. One day, Miata Boy. One day I'm gonna fight. One day we're gonna get one cracking. Miata Boy wants me to fight so fucking bad. He probably wants to see me get fucking laid out. I don't know. I'm playing. Let me see here. John Dong, yeah, you look like a lot of different people. I know, homie. I got a lot of doppelgangers. A lot of doppelgangers. Okay, Vinicius. You know, Vinicius got a lot of shit for beating up on his sparring partner. So he goes, a lot of you are idiots. Alex Pereira knocked out his training partners who never threw a punch, and you applauded him. Now I spar with professional fighters and you talk trash. I'll do 5 minutes of boxing sparring with Alex Pereira, and we'll see what you have to say then. Bro, stay the fuck away from Pereira. We just got done saying that. But Chael Sonnen does owe you an apology. Because we are praising Pereira for it. We all love it. Well, a lot of people are calling him an asshole. And, I don't know. It depends how hard homie was going. I'm talking about the dude he knocked out. If the dude he knocked out set that tone, well then, he had it coming. So, that's all I can really say. But shout out Vinicius. I wasn't mad at your sparring video. It was all good with me. Castro, we want the song. Shout out Rhett. We will get there, homie. We will get there. We will get there. Oh, Tuxedo Mask. Shout out to the $2 dono. Thank you again, homie. We gonna mog the universe. We coming, Tuxedo. We fucking coming. We coming in 2026. We coming. The big 26. The big 26. Shout out Red Nose. This is the dude that got knocked out by that fucking MMA fighter. The streamer. My goodness. Oh, Kenny Florian. Kenny Florian said he thought he was going to come away with a story about that one time he, quote-unquote, got the better of Alex Pereira in practice. That's what I'm saying, though. You know, if that dude wanted that and Alex got that vibe, all good with me. All good with me. Because a lot of people do want to go back and brag about this shit. I got the better of Alex today in fucking sparring, right? That's a classic one in the gym. Classic. Alex couldn't let that fucking happen. Alex could not let that fucking happen. Greg Hardy had an asthma attack and retired in round 3 of his boxing debut. I saw that, Rep, but I don't know. Was that his boxing debut? I already seen him get knocked out like 10 fucking times in boxing, I feel like. Pereira kills vicious Oliveira. 100% true silence. That's why. We got to protect him. Please don't do that, homie. Vinicius, you don't want that smoke, and we don't even want to see it. Save yourself, homie. Pereira is him, bro. Scariest dude in the UFC right here. Fighters have nightmares. Active fighters have nightmares that their manager will call them offering them this fight. You know it and I know it. We all know it. If we just keeping it a buck. Come on, bro. Scariest dude to get a call and say, hey, you got to fight Pereira. Scariest dude to fight right here. Gotta be. Oh, and then, since we're still on the Pereira topic, couple other things real quick. Couple other things. Rubelas to Spain dropped a video, but Pereira dropped a better video. But we can watch both. We can watch both. But, this is also more raw footage from Plinio Cruz. So let's watch this one.
Oh, he's going to slip that right hand and drop. Good, Neil. Hands up. Double jab. Stop holding your punches out. Oh, he's going to slip that right hand and drop it.
Wait for that hook.
No, he's getting right hand. Look, as soon as the right hand comes. Bah! Yeah. Bah! 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 Again! Bah! 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 Again! Bah! 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 Again! Bah! 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 Yeah! Bah! 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 Again! Bah! Bah!
Oh. Oh. Oh, slow-mo. We got to go slow-mo, boys. This is a good fucking knockout right here. Slow-mo. Slow-mo. 5 speed? 0.5?
Bah! Oh, yeah! Bah! Bah! Bah!
Look how he looks down. He looks down to hit Pereira's body, and Pereira just knocks him the fuck out with that left hook from hell. Check it out.
Again! Bah! Bah!
Look him look down. Boom!
Good.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Okay, let's check out this Rubelas to Spanier sparring footage. I know there's music on the shit. Yeah. No music. Tuxedo mask fake and gay. Shit, Tuxedo. That was a brutal knockout, homie. I gotta say, that was a brutal knockout. I don't know if that dude lost consciousness. I will say that. I don't know if that dude lost consciousness. Probably not. What do you guys say? You think he lost consciousness or no? Damn, these boys were throwing. These boys were throwing. Who do you think wins this fight? In karate combat. Wouldn't matter what fucking rule set. They're not taking each other down. Who wins this fight right here? I got Pereira all fucking day. I got Pereira all fucking day. Pereira got that dog in him. Pereira really liked that. Pereira really fucking liked that. Okay, and let's look at the footage Pereira posted. The sparring footage Pereira posted. I wonder if homie got the follow from Pereira. Okay. Pereira sparring footage. Robelis d'Espagne. Pereira stalking. Stalking. Some big names at this gym. Two to the body. Jab to the head from Robelis. Robelis dangerous the way he stands. He's just waiting for Pereira to enter and catch him with the right or left. Ooh, jab two down the middle. Jab again. Imagine showing up to this gym and you see these guys in there. I'm walking out. I'm turning around. Let me get some easier fucking competition. Let me come back when I'm fucking ready for these boys. Which would be never. These boys are way too fucking big. Damn! Oh shit, these boys started getting it cracking. Pereira said, fuck all this fucking slow shit. Let's bang. Oh shit, Pereira. Damn, you boys saw that? Pereira with the last few seconds, he said, fuck it. Let's fucking throw the fuck down. What are we pussyfooting around for? Damn, Pereira. Okay, homie. Pereira kill. Thoughts on Poetan versus Olberg. Ruby Z. What up, Ruby Z? Pereira versus Olberg. I think Pereira beats the fuck out of him. Unfortunately, or you know, I just don't like saying that about Olberg, but I think it's true. And maybe I could have sugarcoated that better, but fuck it. You caught me off guard with that one. I think he beats his ass. Poetan beats Olberg's ass. Twice on Sunday. Twice on Sunday. Red said, he said he's going to knock Ased the fuck out himself. I did say that. I did say that. I did. And I'm a stand on it too. Never taking it back. Poetan got knocked out by little TJ. Shout out little TJ. True silence. Shout out little TJ. Tuxedo, why would Pereira do a training partner like that? I think it's fake. I feel you, Tuxedo, but I think he did him dirty. Maybe that guy fucking went too hard. I don't know. We need the backstory. He lost his balance. Robelis overwhelms and sleeps Poetan easy. He's too big and fast. If you can't wrestle Robel, you can't win. What the fuck? Brain damage. Shout out True Silence. Shout out Castro. What up, James Steele? We got James in the chat. And by the way, we got a great video of Arman to react to in a minute here. So we're going to react to that. Let me see. Pereira by BTA over Olberg. Yeah, belt to ass. Belt to fucking ass, homie. Belt to fucking ass. Pereira would fuck up Olberg. Yes. Yes. All right. At least you boys fucking agree with me. I'm always late. Haha. James, I knew you'd like the late night fucking stream, though. When I started late tonight, I was like, James gonna love this one. James gonna love this one. Okay, let's look at one more thing, though. Just one more thing. Pertaining to the Alex Pereira fucking knockout. Okay. Homie posted on his story. ESPN reached out to him. Little flex. Little flex. But they said confirming that he was okay after the knockout. Man, Neil is good. We told his ass not to go in there. Thanks for checking on our guy. Of course, appreciate you letting us know. So, make of that what you will. But that's the backstory. Told him not to go in there. That's the backstory. You gotta play Kirk first. Alright, shit. Alright, Rat. Drop the fucking name of the song, Rat. Spalexma. The shit you got me doing in here, Rat. $656K views. We are Charlie Kirk. All right, Rat. I hope you're watching. This is for you. Go in true silence. Just fucking stay. Just fucking stay. But we got peak viewership for that fucking song. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. We got peak viewership. Oh, damn. UFC 323 countdown dropped? Didn't even watch it yet. Dropped this morning. I would watch it with you boys, but I know they're going to fucking copyright my ass again, and we all don't want that. This is AI, I assume. Seems like it, Hot Tuxedo. Seems like it. Honestly, I don't know, though. Okay. Back to business. Back to business, boys. Rhett fucking begs me to play this song, then he goes, this shit's fucking ass. Buyer Seller, what up, homie? Welcome back. Welcome back to the chat, homie. What is this I just got here? Rhett Nose has been begging me since the start of the stream to fucking play that song, so I finally did it for him. I finally did it for him. Eric, Charlie rolling in his grave. Well, shit. Rest in peace to Charlie, alright? Rest in peace to fucking Charlie. I told you it was a banger, Castro. Shit, it wasn't too bad. Did Buck win? Soda Pop? No, he didn't, unfortunately. He didn't. It's okay, though. It's alright. Shout out to Buck. Hopefully him and Pat can become friends and train together. But, you know, Pat did his thing. What can we say, Soda Pop? What can we say? Shout out to Buck. It's posted. I posted the link, or I posted the X account that posted the match, Soda Pop. It's at the Barn Season on X. At the Barn Season on X. If you want to see the Buck Pat Downey match. And this is everyone's friendly reminder. Join the Discord for updates on when I go live and to give input on topics to cover, suggest interview guests, all that kind of stuff. Okay, boys? And I'm in contact with SD still. We're going to get the interview done probably this week. Probably this week. I just got to message him. But he sent me some more information so we can get the interview scheduled this week. I just haven't read it yet. We carry the flame. We carry the flame, Rhett. We do, 100%. Jamal Witherspoon. A lot of them sound like they in a talent show, so Alex Pereira give them nothing. Or so Alex Pereira give them something to remember, like the Alamo. Yeah. I feel like a lot of those guys are trying to prove a point. So if Alex felt that way, it's okay that he knocked his ass out. Fine by me. Soda Pop. Also, Alex Pereira gets to KO his sparring partner with no consequence, but when Vinicius Oliveira spars a little hard, he gets a bunch of hate. Soda Pop, I said Vinicius or Chael Sonnen owes Vinicius an apology. Chael Sonnen owes Vinicius an apology. Yeah, Soda Pop. Chael had all his casual fans going after the poor guy. Chael, you owe Vinicius an apology, homie. Get to it. Get typing, homie. Get fucking typing. Chael owes Vinicius an apology 110%, Soda Pop. 110,000%. Okay. Shit, let's do the streamer story, and then let's react to the ESPN interview, Brett Okamoto, Arman Sarukian. Here is the... Well, actually, I think Fearbuck broke it down better than me. So let's go to Fearbuck. Fearbuck says, Russian gambling streamer Subo, who assaulted live on stream by an MMA fighter he paid $30K to appear on stream. Subo kept rage baiting him, insulting him, and saying he begged Dana White for a contract, then he snapped. I also got the quote, you went begging Dana White on your knees for a UFC contract, everyone knows it. So that's what he said to him, and then he did this. By the way, 6-3. 6-3. Looks like this.
Dobro относился, то, что с этим решил пользоваться, что ли, Суба? Слышишь?
Не,
Я тебе разговариваю еще раз моим именем. Еще раз моим имени, блядь. Будешь, блядь. Я еще раз говорю тебе, блядь. Я тебя говорю, блядь. Ты будешь, блядь. А? Ты будешь, говорю. Ты кто такой, блядь? Идиота, да? Ты кто такой, говорю? Ты кто такой, блядь? Блядь, не знал, блядь. Тут как тобой делать, блядь? И, блядь, тебе все тупые, блядь. Ты кто такой, блядь? Ты кто такой, говорю? Ты дай, иди сюда, блядь. На колени стань, иди сюда. Блядь, отойди. Блядь, извинись, блядь. Подожди, извинись. Позвони. Извинись,
I don't know about you guys, but I'm fucking fighting back. Like, I'm not just sitting there and fucking taking that. Homie didn't fight back whatsoever. Not whatsoever. Egged him on, trolled him, and didn't even fight fucking back. I'm fighting back, bro. 100,000%. Here's how it ended.
Ты что, айпануть решил на меня?
Yeah, 100%
Я
bias.
чувствую жизнь место, что ты приехал, блядь. Хотел мое имя айпануть. Гандон, блядь. Такие, блядь. Извинись, блядь, садись перед на колени, блядь. Садись, блядь. Блядь. Садись на колени, блядь, извинись. Садись, блядь. Я сейчас все зубы выбью тебе. Я сейчас все зубы выбью тебе. Я, блядь. Садись на колени. Садись, блядь. Садись, говорю. Садись. Садись, говорю. Ты понял, блядь, меня? С кем играешь, блядь? Ты решил мою добротой пользоваться? Я с тобой разговариваю. Я с тобой.
Блядь, нахуй ты бьешь лежачего, Шапхал, блядь.
Ты кто такой?
Шапхал, блядь, глаз не видит, блядь.
Похуй мне.
Зачем ты лежачего бьешь?
Садись на колени, блядь. Извинись. Извинись, блядь. Ты что мне, блядь, что-то отец, блядь, не выкинул из дома, блядь. Гандон, блядь. Извиняюсь за Макс. Блядь, я тебе клянусь. Просто лежачего не бьет, блядь. Дай руку. Дай руку. Дай руку. Хорошо, дай руку. Садись, блядь. Дай ему водичку. Бери.
background music.
Safkov.
Crazy. Look at him, turns off the stream. E-Boy said, damn, that's wild. Bring security if you're going to talk shit to an MMA fighter. I agree, buyer seller. 100% fight back. Facts. Shout out John Dong. Chief Steel, what the hell? He said, now you're begging me like I begged to Dana White. Damn, is that really what he said? Jamal Witherspoon? That would be a fucking cold ass line. Now you're begging me like I begged Dana? That's a cold line right there if he really said it. LOL, he just leaves. I know. With the music in the background. Dairuko. This is him, boys. Shavkal. Churchayev. Can the background music get your stream copyrighted? I don't think that much can, but yes, it can get it copyrighted. But not like in real time. More so, it just takes away the monetization. John Dong. The background music will just take away the monetization, but I can delete it later. I can delete it later. So it's all good. Okay. This is what I want to react to, though, with you boys. Jamal. No, I'm joking. I got you. I got you. Would have been a cold line, though. That would have been a cold-ass line. Arman Sarukian interview. And I won't be crashing out. I won't even be dissing Arman. Check it out.
What's up, guys? Brett Okamoto.
I actually like what Arman said in this interview. He hates the fuck out of Paddy. I might not fully agree with it. I feel like he should hate Gaethje. You know what I mean? I feel like he should hate Gaethje and not Paddy, but he hates the fuck out of Gaethje. Or sorry, he hates the fuck out of Paddy, and he was willing to help fucking Gaethje beat Paddy. That's what he says. So check it out. He hopes Gaethje beats the fuck out of Paddy.
What's up, guys? Brett Okamoto from ESPN, joined by the #1 ranked UFC lightweight, Arman Sarukian. He is the #1 ranked lightweight. He is not involved in the interim title fight next month, so obviously we're going to talk about that. Let's get right down to business, Arman. I mean, you go get that flawless victory over Dan Hooker. You leave Qatar, you head over to Dubai, and about 4 or 5 days later, the UFC comes out and announces an interim title fight between Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje. Did you know? Were you given sort of a heads up, or how did you find out about this on Thursday?
I already knew that Paddy gonna fight with Ilia Topuria in January. So, but I didn't know they're gonna do interim title versus Gaethje and Paddy. But I knew that UFC wants to do Ilia versus Paddy, and on my mind, I didn't think like it's something happened, even if I knock him out, because they already set up that all things. But at the end of the day, Ilya didn't fight, and I think this is UFC game plan. It's not like a family issue or something. Is they want to make star Paddy Pimblett and to bring him to fight for the title with Topuria as a bigger name and make it like a big fight, like a kind of Khabib versus Conor, but they're not even if he got the belt.
So Arman thinks he's calling cap. Ilia Topuria don't got no family problems keeping him out of fighting. The UFC elected to do it this way to build the fight between Paddy and Ilia in hopes that Paddy beats Gaethje. So, in other words, too, from Arman Sarukian, the UFC is apparently all in on Paddy Pimblett. All in. All chips in the middle on pushing Paddy Pimblett to become the next star. Next to Ilia Topuria. All right.
So how did you know? How did you know that Ilia? I mean, obviously it was all over the internet, rumored, but
I mean, rumors, managers, they already know that they want to make the fight, Ilia versus Paddy. I already knew that 4 or 5 months ago.
yeah.
Dang. He knew.
So then, when it became Justin, did you find out like when the UFC announced it? Did you get any kind of
No,
heads
no,
up
no.
prior to that?
2 days before.
Okay, so you didn't
I
know
got,
about the
I
Gaethje
got,
thing as well.
I got stressed. I got stressed 2 days before, 1 days before when they announced that fight.
So
But I
you got
still
like,
I couldn't believe. I thought like no way, no way. I thought like it is not gonna happen. And but they told me no, it's gonna happen. Like be ready. Like don't get like get stressed. Because it is what it is. And it's a business. So and the end of the day, I have the same goal, and I'm going to train next week and get better. And they know, everybody knows I'll beat everybody, and they just it's a just time. Okay, it's gonna be in the summer or whatever, but they know I could beat everybody. That's why they didn't give me title fight. Paddy, for me, it's a easy work. Justin, it's a easy work. Ila, easy work. It was a hard work. Islam, but he left. So nobody on my level on this division right now.
so when you get that news, like you said, you almost couldn't believe it. But this is your life, man. And I mean, obviously, all UFC fighters, they're very dedicated people, but you are even looked at more so than that. That like you live this, you are so disciplined
Yeah.
with it. So then to find out that this interim title fight is going to two other guys when there's a one next to your name, what has the last few days been like in your mind?
I mean, it's hard. It's hard because it's your goal. Why like a bullshit guy like a Petty beat like a he beat just one rank number 12, and like they made a fake ranking and put him on the 5, and it's a business. It's not just a sport. So they can do whatever they want to do, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be a champion. It's just time. The difference of the time, beginning of the year or the and the end of this year. But it's hard. I don't know how to say, how to explain, but it's a hard because I deserve it to fight for the title.
You feel yourself irritated more at Elia or at the UFC? Like you feel like the UFC has its own plans, but Elia is the champion. I mean, he could speak up and say he wants to fight you. He hasn't done that. Which one do you feel sort of more irritated towards?
I don't know. Maybe he's not ready for the January. That's why he's not in good shape. That's why, or the UFC just say, please leave the title, and but we're gonna pay you more in June. Just let Paddy win the fight, and we're gonna make it big fight for you.
So you kind of said this right off the bat, but just to clarify, you think this was all by the UFC's plan, and
Yes, for sure.
it's all in a way to just build Paddy. That's what
Devil's advocate, is homie coping or what? Is homie coping by calling cap on everything, saying it's the UFC's master plan, and Ilia Topuria isn't really fucking dealing with family drama? Is he coping? I'm sure you guys believe Arman,
what you think this is about.
but devil's advocate. I'm gonna grab water real quick.
Is building
Yes,
Paddy.
it's a business to build Paddy and make him easy fights. But I hope Justin gonna beat his ass, kick his ass, and we're gonna forget about Paddy all our life.
So he hopes Gaethje beats Paddy. I thought he would have been more mad at Gaethje, because Gaethje, of all the people, really is the one who I feel like deserves it the least. But shit, he hates the fuck out of Paddy. I wonder why. Well, Paddy got the opportunity over him, I guess, and he thinks maybe Gaethje deserved it. Not exactly sure. But let me grab some water. I want to keep watching this with the stream, so let me go get some water real quick. It'll only be like 30 seconds. Shout out to everybody watching. Like the stream. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Here we go again.
If they wanted to build him, why wouldn't they just put him straight into the title fight with Ilya? Because
They already did.
they tried.
They gave him easier because they know he's gonna lose to Ilya. Better like to do interim title and make something like a bigger than, because if he has no title, he's fighting for the title. It's he's not that big, but when he gonna be, I hope he's not gonna be a champion, but like UFC think he's gonna be a champion and he's gonna fight for the real belt with Ilya. That time he's gonna be superstar and they can sell more pay-per-views or whatever they do. And the real fighters like me just watching and waiting our time, you know.
This dude actually looks like he finds this whole situation funny as hell. Looks like he's handling it fine. He's trying not to laugh at how stupid it seems in his mind. And I respect it. I respect it.
And I just talked to a couple guys. I'm gonna do wrestling fights, you know, just stay busy, stay in shape. If something happens, just let me know. You know, I have a lot of stuff to do, and I keep busy my mind, my body, and should be good everything.
We've seen you weigh in as a backup for a title fight before. Would you ever weigh in? Is there a world in which you would back up an interim title fight between Paddy and Justin?
No, no way. Unless if they pay good money, I'm not gonna be backup. But I'm gonna train just in case if something happened before 2-3 weeks, so I can jump in. You know, I gotta take the risk.
You know, you said that they owe you a big fight, and I would agree with you because, like you said, it's not just like pushing your schedule back a little bit. It could push it back by like a year if by the time this interim fight happens and then the June fight happens or the summer. So they owe you a big fight. Do you see any? Do you see any big fights out there?
I hope they could give me they're supposed to give me a BMF title at least. Because what they gonna give me? Who we have in our division to fight for?
Well, I think it's going to be Charles Oliveira. We'll have to wait and see, but that shit got leaked today by UFC Brazil. And first thing that comes to mind, no shade to Arman, but first thing that comes to mind, Arman doesn't really fit the criteria of a BMF, title fight. Just saying. I'm just saying. But we'll see. We'll see if he gets it. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'll be okay with it. But I think Charles Oliveira probably gonna get it.
Me, if it's not Holloway, there is no names. Charles Oliveira too. I mean, it don't make sense if they wanna see him losing the game. No problem, but just we just gotta. They gotta take care of their legend, Don't put against the killers.
You said earlier that you hope Gaethje goes out there and beats him, and we never have to hear about Paddy anymore. Wouldn't you?
You know what, Miata boy? All right, let me say it. I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong. Okay, or when I didn't know something. I didn't know that. I mean, is it true? Or like, are you hearing this for the first time like I am? Paddy really went from 12 to fucking 5. Like, that's how much he jumped? Like, I mean, if that happened, I missed it, and I'll admit it. And if that did happen, that's low-key crazy, going from 12 to 5. But, like, someone give me context on that. 12 to 5, how? If you guys can. I'd be pissed, too, if a motherfucker jumped up 5 spots without fighting, then getting a title shot off Chandler. Chandler sucks and was, like, ranked 8 at least. Justin is ranked 4. Miata boy, I'm gonna let you have it. Miata boy. I think it was 8 to 5. But, you know what I mean, Miata boy? We've already been over this, but I'm just going to clarify it again, just for everybody. I get what you're saying, Miata boy, 100%. Okay, 100%. But I guess it just speaks to Paddy's star power. They like Paddy. They're invested in him. I guess that's what it is. And, Arman does say that again in this interview, so we'll listen for it. But Arman kind of puts it in context as to why, you know, they're going with Ilya, or they're going with Paddy over him, even though he's high ranked and all that stuff. Jamal, I think it was 8-5. Okay, 8-5. Okay, 8-5, not as bad as 12-5 though. You know what I mean? I don't know, but it did happen, buyer seller. Okay, I know he floated up a little bit. I just want to know, like, I wish we knew exactly what the float was. Miata Boy says, yeah, he was like 12 or 13 ranked. Okay. Are you a movie guy? John Dong, not the biggest movie guy, but I respect a good movie. If you got a great movie for me, I like it. The newer generation movies, not that big of a fan of. I like the oldies. I like the oldies. And oldies meaning like up to not that old. Like, I don't know. Like 2014, 2015 type shit. But the last decade, the movies kind of suck. If you feel me. After the Arman Hooker fight night, they moved Paddy up. On the Tuesday, they do rankings. Miata Boy, and I'm kind of thinking Paddy might lose, but I need to watch more tape. Listen, it's a really winnable fight for Gaethje. I was also thinking that today. Actually, while I was listening to this interview earlier, I was like, you know what? It's a winnable fight for Gaethje. Not saying it's not a winnable fight for Paddy too, but it's a winnable fight for both guys. Close to 50-50. Maybe 60-40 Paddy. What are your most favorite movies? John Dong, we've been over this in the past, but I'll tell you again. No, I haven't told you, so that's why I'm telling you guys again. I like Law Abiding Citizen. I like The Zodiac. I like Nightcrawler. I like The Town. The Town's a great movie. Speaking of fucking Ben Affleck, let's throw The Accountant up there. The Accountant, great movie. Shit like that. Mission Impossibles, I fuck with those. Stuff like that. Okay, let's resume.
You kind of like the opportunity to be the one to do it to him, like to beat Paddy.
Yeah. Oh my God. The same. Like I would just maul his face on the ground just with my elbows. Even when I fought with Hooker, I was thinking, what should I do when I was on the top? Should I choke him or I just should like elbow him? And I just speak, okay, no problem. Let's finish this fight. But with Paddy, I'm not gonna for the choke. I'm gonna just elbow him all day, all night. Just make his face like bleeding. I gotta leave a lot of marks on his face. That's my goal.
What do you think is gonna happen in that Gaethje Paddy fight?
Who should Arman hate more? Gaethje or Paddy? I feel like Gaethje stole his opportunity, but you tell me, boys, who should he hate more, Gaethje or Paddy? I think he hates Paddy because he feels like he didn't get the fight against Paddy because UFC thinks he's going to beat Paddy and they're trying to build Paddy. So that's why he hates Paddy and shit. I guess I can understand that. Miata Boy, I wasn't impressed by his last performance. He was held down the entire first round by Chandler. And Chandler of all people, and got tagged up in the second. Justin is really explosive at the start. Oh my God, Miata Boy. Hang on. I'm going to read this chat again, Miata Boy, because it was crazy. It wasn't impressed. Oh my God. I wasn't impressed by his last performance. He was held down the entire first round by Chandler of all people and got tagged up in the second round. Justin is really explosive in the start of the fight. Okay. But this is a 5-rounder. Yeah. And Gaethje usually fades late. Let's see if Paddy can hold his power late like Holloway did. and land that big knockout blow. We'll see. We'll see. It'll answer a lot of questions for Paddy, though. 5-rounder against Gaethje. It's a good fight. It's still a good fight. You know, it may not be the one you guys wanted, but it's still a good fight. And shit, I get it. I think Arman should have been in there against Paddy, but I get what's going on here. They're trying to save Paddy from losing to Arman. It's too big a risk. I get it. I get it all. Ruby Z, The Departed. Yeah, I fuck with The Departed. Good movie. Good movie. Matt Damon, big Matt Damon fan. Big Matt Damon fan. You should watch The Thing, 1982. It's on this site for free. Had to say this site because my message kept getting deleted when I said YouTube. I got you, John Dong. Okay, I'll check it out, John Dong. I'll keep it in mind. The Thing. I got you. I got some time tonight, so we'll see what I end up watching. But I appreciate the movie recommendation, homie. I appreciate it. Buyer-seller Pimblett is really well-rounded fighter. I know. I agree, buyer-seller. I agree. I think Paddy's a great fighter. I think a lot of people sleep on him. But shit, I'm not crashing out tonight. I crashed out too much last night. I felt like a crybaby afterwards, so I'm not doing it again. But I think Paddy is a great fighter, and I think a lot of people don't see it. With that being said, I do think, you know, they snubbed Arman of the opportunity. And I think Gaethje stole that opportunity. But ultimately, it's because Arman is one of Paddy's biggest threats before getting Ilya. So I get it all. Okay, let's continue for now.
I hope Justin Gaethje not gonna drink, party, gonna train, dedicate himself, be focused. It's his last chance in this life. He's fighting like he was fighting for the title maybe 5 times. So this is his chance and the end of his career, win the interim title, fight for the real title, and then retire. That's the best for him. And I'm gonna, Justin, if you need the help, let me know. I'll fly to you and help you.
Really?
Justin was so fucking
I mean,
bad,
I
it's
want
crazy.
him to win, you know. That bullshit guy, I hate him. He's such a just I don't know how to explain. You know, when you're amateur fighter, you can buy judges. You know, you can buy judges with amateur fight, and when like poor guy is fighting with a rich kid who someone paid for the judges and he winning always. It's happened in the amateur sport. If you know, I don't know about amateur sport like a wrestling or boxing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same. He has like a followers or whatever, or his country is big, or I don't know. UFC likes him so much, or he's selling, or what he's doing. I don't know. So he got his title fight because of that.
Yeah, and you hold that against him, like not against like the system and the, you know, the way that the game works. Like there's a saying that like don't hate the player, hate the game, but you hold it personally against Paddy Pimblett.
Yeah, I hate just Paddy. I hate Paddy.
Yeah.
I wish it was Oliveira fighting with Gaethje or someone different, but not Paddy. I hate that guy.
If Justin, like you said, and I'm sure he will take it very seriously and he will come in shape. I know he's a little older, obviously 37 years old, but like stylistically, how do you see the fight going?
I mean, Justin, sometimes he fights so good, sometimes so bad. Hopefully, he's gonna overstrike him on the feet with his boxing and kicks, and then Paddy gonna try to wrestle him, and he's gonna defend his wrestling and win by decision. We win by decision, Gaethje.
Mm-hmm. One last thing I'll ask you is that you know, you and Ilya sort of crossed paths, and then, you know, there was this thing that he referred to as a slap, which like kind of surprised me, because when you call it a slap online, but then, you know, there's a lot of video coming out about it, and I'm not like I'm not trying to get in the middle of this. Like, I would say this to Ilya. It's strange to me that he would refer to it as a slap when it clearly wasn't.
Yeah,
and you know
that's
that there's going to be a
a
lot of video. What do you what do you feel like is the dynamic between you two? And like in your heart, do you feel like you will face him someday? Like you feel like that fight is inevitable, or are you really not sure between you and Ilya?
Oh, that fight is gonna happen for sure. If he's not gonna retire, that fight gonna happen for sure. My goal to beat him as well. So, and about the slap and everything, he just made himself like a bullshit guy. He shouldn't do that because he did bad for him, not for me. Because everybody is laughing at him. Everybody's laughing what he's just posted, like he slapped me, bro. Like, yeah, I have no words to say to him.
Well, listen,
And
I know.
you know what the people started to do? They sent me on my direct on my Instagram, and he's slapping his brother, his coaches, his like training partners. He's like hugging everybody to the neck, and like everybody is posting, "Oh, you slapped your brother."
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's funny.
he's obviously a phenomenal fighter, phenomenal champion.
Yeah.
But some of his trash talk, that one surprised me because you can't say you slap someone if there's a lot of video out there of you just holding his neck. But maybe it was just to get under your skin. Who knows? But I know that you're disappointed about the title fight, but life still looks good over there. And then the last thing I wanted to ask you about is just the support. I have seen a lot of support online
Yes,
on your
I
behalf,
do as well.
saying that this is
Yeah,
absolutely like
my
number
people
one
with me
bullshit, is how people
always.
would say.
My people always with me, and I went to the Dana White's last post, bro. Like everybody is saying Arman, 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 Arman. Like put a lot of clone the things, and like everybody knows that's a bullshit. And next next champion is here.
Yeah.
And thank you everybody for support. I really appreciate it.
One way or another, even if Gaethje doesn't take your offer and you're not cornering Gaethje, will you be at the fight? I imagine you'll go to January 24th. Yeah, you think you'll be there?
I don't want to be there because I'm gonna fight with somebody there. Because if I see Paddy, I would like to slap him. Not slap like slapping Ilya, but real Armenian slap. Not like maybe this is Spanish slap. Like when they put on the neck, that's the slap. I'll show him like a real slap.
Arman, thank you for the time, man. Enjoy Dubai.
Okay, shout out to Arman. Buyer seller, yeah, man. I mean, this interview, it changed my perspective on Arman a little bit. I get where he's coming from. I feel like he got snubbed pretty bad. I do. But I get why. And I'm as mad at him as I was last night. No, I'm not. All right, he's winning me over. And he's like one more good interview away from like having me fully on his side, okay? So shout out to Arman. I get it. I just get both sides. You
Thank
feel
you.
me?
New Year's.
I get both sides. But yeah, buyer seller, I watched this twice already and I'm really starting to side more with Arman. He might not fight till after July. Wait for title. Yeah, he should just wait. No need to fight again, just wait. But shit, he got to wait for 2 fights to take place. But he said he's training to be not to be a backup, but to be a short notice replacement if one of these guys pulls out. If he is a short notice replacement, shit, that might just happen. That might just happen, boys. We still got a chance for Arman to slide in there. If Paddy or Justin gets injured, we got a chance. Miata boy's got a chance still. Miata boy still got a chance. Miata boy said, yeah, Paddy blitzes down with his chin up. And Justin is good on the back foot and sprawls really good. Not only that, Miata boy, but, Justin's a really good boxer. He got a nasty left hook. And it probably will catch Paddy once or twice, at least. At minimum. And if Paddy doesn't correct it, he might get knocked out by it. Gaethje hits hard as fuck. They shuffled Paddy up the rankings 3 times. First after Charles beat Gamrot in October. Second after BSD beat Dariush in November. And third when Arman beat Hooker last week. Interesting. So, you know what, boys? This would be a great question. Maybe we could ask ChatGPT. But what was Paddy ranked? This will solve it for us. What was Paddy ranked after beating Michael Chandler? What ranking did Paddy Pimblett receive after he beat Michael Chandler in UFC? Okay, so he rose to 8 and he got floated to 5th. Okay, boys, we got to the bottom of it. He rose to 8. Enters the top 10 with beating Michael Chandler. This is how it went. Chandler went down 5 spots. From 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From 7 to 12. Paddy went 1, 2, 3, 4. Paddy went from 12 to 8. So Paddy got an 8 ranking off beating Michael Chandler. They floated him up to 5. So Arman was exaggerating a little bit when he said 12, but maybe he got mixed up because Paddy was ranked 12 before he beat Chandler. But after beating Chandler, you know, Chandler was ranked 7 and Paddy didn't even get the 7 ranking. He got number 8, okay? So then they floated him to 5 though. But you know what I mean? Poirier retired. And that's about it. Well, you know, Poirier retired. Gamrot lost. That brings you up a couple. Just saying. Brings you up a couple. But yes, he did float up to 5. And that's where he sits today. At number 5. As we see it right here. From 12 to 8 to 5. After Charles' fight, oh no, wait, I read that one. I think Ilya will get stripped by the end of all this because they're going to be fighting for custody, and if what she says happened, he's going to be gone a long time. Miata boy, let's hope not though. Let's hope that shit didn't happen, homie. Come on, Miata boy. Are you mad at Ilya, Miata boy, or what? Shit. I hope that doesn't happen, Ilya. I hope that doesn't happen. And you know, Miata boy, Arman thinks this whole custody battle is all cap. He thinks it's all cap. He's sitting out so that Paddy can become the interim champion and build their fight at the UFC White House. What do you think? Miata boy, when my dad got a divorce, it was forever and took a lot of time, but it was just a normal divorce, not what Ilya is going through. Nah, I get it. My parents went through a divorce too, as long as fuck. Took multiple years. Did not take 6 months. And they didn't have half the money. They didn't have half the money that these fuckers got to split up. You know what I mean? Shout out John Dong. Buyer seller, I thought he went from 12. It was like 12 against 7 or 5. I just broke it down for you boys. He was at 12 before Chandler. He got bumped up to 8 after beating Chandler. And then he got floated to 5 from 8. But again, look, Dustin Poirier's out of the rankings. And he just went above Dan Hooker and Mateusz Gamrot. So, I don't know. You guys think Paddy beats Hooker and Gamrot? And over BSD? But BSD was 13, so BSD climbing also. But they're just refusing to put him above Paddy. But again, you guys know the UFC doesn't make these rankings. The UFC don't make the rankings now. We got to remember that too. I think 12. I think Chandler was 8. He jumped 2 times, then not 3. Yeah, he probably jumped a couple of times. You know? Poirier retired, he jumped up, and then I think he must have jumped up recently. When I think Jamal had it right. When Charles beat Gamrot, they moved Gamrot down and they moved Paddy up. And then Paddy got floated up again, right? Did he get floated up again this week or no? He didn't, right? He's been at 5 since before Arman beat Dan. He'd been there. Hooker didn't move at all. Okay, Hooker didn't move at all. That's right. I remember now. Ricky LaFleur. I'm still going to sleep you, brown guy. Shout out Ricky LaFleur. Good to see you in the chat, homie. Not sure who you're going to sleep, but it can't be me. Me audible. I think Dustin was gone because I think he got ranked 13 when he beat Green. Let me check. Well, double check, but they left him up in the rankings here on this website after the Chandler win. When did Poirier retire? Pretty easy to figure out. I think Poirier did fight after Paddy. Paddy fought in April. Poirier fought in what, June or something? He did, right? It was summertime. Yeah, July. Okay, what else we got here? Did we take a look at this yet? Speaking of Arman and the BMF title fight and all that stuff, apparently Max versus Charles for the BMF title got leaked for UFC 324 on January 24th, boys. Here it is. Posted and deleted. UFC Brazil. Posted and deleted the fight announcement today. The Blessed Man Forever versus Du Bronx. Illuminated by God. Oliveira. And check out these fucking photos, boys. Check them out. Check them out. Babies. Who fucking cloned these guys? Who cloned these guys, boys? Who that is? You guys know who that is. Sean Shelby. That's how it ended. How it started. How it ended. This is how Charles used to be, though, boys. If you know, you know. This is how Charles used to be. Until he changed. And moved up to lightweight. And stopped quitting on himself. I'm just keeping it a buck with Charles. You know, he used to fucking, you know, find a way out of there at times. It was a bad tendency he had. It was a mental weakness. Had nothing to do with the lack of skill. It was a mental weakness on Charles's behalf back in the day. But now he better. But let's see. Because Max Holloway always been good mentally. Always been rock solid mentally. The Blessed Man Forever. The reigning, defending BMF champion. Fighting out of Waianae, Hawaii. Max. Blessed. Holloway. Come on now. BTA, boys. BTA again. BTA again for my boy Max. Shout out Oliveira, though. Shout out Oliveira. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. But shit. Seems like it's gonna. 3 title fights on UFC 324 makes sense. And BMF is the perfect 3rd title fight, if that makes sense. You can't put 3 real title fights on there, I guess. But this is the perfect 3rd title fight. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but Gene Silva spars Brazilian national team member Yuri Falcao ahead of his return against Arnold Allen at UFC 324 on January 24th. Yuri Falcao also responded to the post, shout out Yuri, and he said, I saw that Gene is in the best moment. I can't wait to see him in this fight. Brazil is with him. You can't go wrong. And then Gene responded. Gene saw the post as well. Obrigado. Thank you, my brother. Shall we check out the sparring footage? Gene looking really good. Gene looking really good. I mean, he was getting, bopped a few times, but he looking good for going up against a real boxer now. That's what I'm saying. Looks good for going up against a real boxer. Solid combo, solid combo. Solid combo by Gene Silva.
Faz o bloqueio para ele dar pra trás. Direito. Aqui, ó, tá esperando aqui. Agarra no dele. Pode botar, sobe
He's sparring a smaller man, though, it seems, but that's okay. And this is his amateur record, 35-9, 5 KOs, Yuri Falcao. Shout out Yuri Falcao. Dylan, Subcasher, I'm back after a night of drinking. Shout out to Dylan. Welcome back, homie. Welcome back. I hope you had a good fucking night of drinking, homie. Good old Saturday night without UFC. Not a bad way to fucking do it. Not a bad way to do it. Let's read some of these chats. Jacob Charles was also at 45. You forgot that because he went on a title run after that fight in 55. No, I got you, Miata boy. That first fight was at 45, 100% against Max. I kind of said earlier, when he moved up to 55, that's when he kind of stopped quitting on himself. But when he was at 45, he was quitting on himself a lot, bro. Quitting on himself a lot. Silva is good. He was winning the Lopez fight before the spinning elbow. He need to work on his grappling, though. Yeah, he just got to work on the grappling and not crashing out, but mostly the not crashing out. I think he could have won that fight if he didn't crash out. He was winning a lot of that fight against Lopez. You're right. You're right. He straight crashed out. I think he bought into the hype and he crashed out. But if he fights Lopez again and doesn't crash out, it's a tough fight for Lopez to win. I agree with you guys. He missed weight 4 times at 45. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. He would miss weight. And remember last night we were going over Cub Swanson's win streak and he was on there? Cub Swanson beat Charles Oliveira? Come on now. Cub Swanson beat Charles? Charles used to be more mentally weak, that's why. But it's okay. That's why this Max fight will be better. But I still think Max way ahead of him in the mental game. And when it comes to those two, they're pretty equal in skill. The mental is what's going to win it. That's why I got Max. No bias either. No bias either. I'm keeping it a buck on that one. But this will be a tougher fight for Max. For sure. I believe. We got to go back and watch the first fight between Max and fucking Charles. That's what we got to do. I'm going to go do that tonight when I get off stream. Oh, let's look at this one. Luke has become an old lesbian at 45. Pam says, no, you aren't exaggerating. I'm with you. You're going to hollow out our product doing shit like this long enough. They're just extracting wealth out of the bout rather than matchmaking for a real clear sense of who's the best. Let's hear it. Obviously, this is about Arman Tsarukyan. And, you know, my fucking perspective's been changing. I was saying, you know, Arman should be the least mad out of anybody. But low-key, now I feel like Arman does have a right to be mad. He does have a right to be mad. More than Lerona Movsar. That's what I gotta say. More than Lerona Movsar. I'm gonna switch it. Arman deserves to be more mad about not getting the title fight than Lerona Movsar. Anyway, let's listen to the old lesbian Luke Thomas. Miata Boy thinks Charles will sub Max in the second or third. It can't fucking happen, homie. It can't fucking happen, homie. And it won't happen. Not my fucking champion. Not my BMF champion, Miata Boy. Not my fucking BMF champion. By the way, you guys think this guy has Botox? No hate on Luke, but somebody commented that and I read it. And I'm just curious. Like, do you think he does? That never crossed my mind. It never crossed my mind, but someone commented it. So now I gotta ask you guys. Does Luke Thomas, the lesbian, have Botox? And I'm joking when I call him a lesbian, okay? If you see this, Luke, it's all jokes. And it's not even my joke. I'm stealing it from whoever fucking posted this video. Let's watch it.
Hero of TKO do. You are going to hollow out your product doing shit like this long enough. It's not just that you're not meeting expectations. You're just not. The fight business has always been one of manipulation. The fight business has always been one of the promoters massaging stuff to get what they want. It's a part and parcel of what they do. This is hardly some new practice, right? But it feels like there are moments in time where you can't really fuck around with that. And that's kind of what we're getting here. We're getting a lot of that. We're getting fights where there's obvious ways to go a different direction and they just don't go that direction, clearly because they've got some other aim in terms of how they want to generate revenue. They're just extracting wealth out of the bout rather than matchmaking for a real clear sense of who's the best. Dude, TKO is, I don't know, guys. I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating. I don't know how you guys feel. Maybe you feel differently. Maybe you see this. And again, I want to be clear. It's not like you could, we look at Paddy versus Gaethje. Is this a bad fight? It's not a bad fight. It's not a bad fight. Not a bad fight. Could be a great fight, by the way. I'm not saying that. I'm saying on some level, I have watched boxing do this. Boxing is in a terrible, terrible, terrible position because it was a death to their sport and a death to their fan base by 1,000 cuts.
This might surprise you boys, but I get what he's saying, man. I get what he's saying. I also get that, you know, Arman's career is getting messed with by Gaethje getting the opportunity over him. You know, I get that stuff. I get that, and I don't like to see it. But, you know, I think the UFC wants that Paddy fight. That Paddy versus Ilya fight. And they're willing to do anything to make it happen, including delay Arman's career. Luckily for Arman, he just fought. And this Gaethje Paddy fight is going to get out of the way in like a month. Basically 2 months. And then Ilya versus the winner of that fight is going to get ran in June. So by June of 2026, Arman should be like clear path. He's going to fight the winner of that fight at UFC White House. The featherweight title fight at UFC White House. Sorry, the lightweight title fight at UFC White House. And so he's really only getting delayed a little bit, like 6 months. That's actually not the worst thing in the world, you know. But if that title fight's going to take place in June, then he's probably going to fight earliest October, November, you know. Arman. Talking about Arman. He'll get his title shot in like September, October, or November. We'll just have to see. In 2026. So he's out for about 9 to 11 months now. Shit. Maybe even a year. Arman gonna be out for about a year. Rhett, can we play Charlie Kirk one more time for the boys? No, Rhett, although that did give me peak viewership on the night. We Are Charlie Kirk gave me peak viewership on the night. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But we can't do it again, bro. I did it once, homie. And, shit. I would like to get something better going for an outro. You know what I mean? I would like to get a better outro going. We can work on it. I need a copyright-free song. Miata boy, I just want to point out that after the Tom and John thing, Dana stated we will never do another interim title. Damn. I would have preferred Justin versus Arman. The White House do Arman versus Paddy. That's a good fight, I'm telling you. Fair enough, Miata boy. You can have your opinion too. You feel me? I would have liked Arman versus, No, I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying. But I guess the Arman versus Paddy at White House delays Ilya. But you think Ilya not going to be back for like a whole fucking year. So I guess he's not even in your conversation right now. I would have preferred no dicking around and just do Arman Paddy. You know what I mean? In January. But again, I don't know how ready Arman would have been, bro. Like, genuinely speaking, I don't know how ready Arman would have been. A really quick turnaround. This might be a blessing in disguise for Arman, Miata boy. I'll say it. It might be a blessing in disguise for Arman.
Hero of TKO.
Potentially. See, look, this person, he has a ton of Botox in his face too. Such an insecure freak. Luke has become an old lesbian at 45. No, I actually got where Luke was coming from. I did. Rampage Meta Troll, boys.
Hey, you didn't think I would notice you. Game bread. You didn't think I would notice you.
How you doing?
I'm doing better now. I know that you the nigga that be calling me Diddy Booty Jackson in chat.
Only sometimes. But not now. How you
Diddy Booty Jackson is crazy. Diddy Booty Jackson.
doing, bro?
Yeah, not in my face, huh?
It's a great night.
It was a great night.
Thank you for putting up such a great night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How I feel to have Diddy Booty Jackson in your motherfucking face, nigga.
Feels kind of good. What?
Is that scripted though or what? How the fuck are you really gonna spot a fucking troll from the chat in person? How the fuck you gonna do that? He really put his face and you really recognized it? He must be spamming Diddy Booty Jackson. Spamming that shit. Diddy Booty Jackson. Anthony Edwards, NBA player on the pads. Peep it.
I don't want to see your hands trapped like you're taking off. The last one.
First NBA player to come to the UFC, boys. What do we think? Maybe. Maybe the first NBA player to cross over and get himself a UFC fight. But it looks like he's going to do boxing, if anything. Ben Whitaker knockout, boys. Ben Whitaker. Congrats, Whitaker. Diddy Booty Jacob is crazy, Miata boy. Diddy Booty Jacob is crazy, homie. But shit, it's all good. Miata Boy says, yes, Ilya is cooked. I think he's going to be broke by the end of the year. Oh, no, wait. Yes, Ilya is cooked. I think he's going to be broke by the end of this. She was rich before him and helped him get rich. Like I said, Miata Boy, I think that she has fucking Arman Sarukian daddy money. You feel me? Endless pockets, homie. Ilya could be fucked, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you either. I hope not, though. I hope she could be civil about it, bro. As long as he didn't do her fucking dirty. If he did her dirty, she's not gonna be civil about it. Nothing worse than a scorned woman. A woman scorned. Nothing worse, boys. That's some free game. Since we got Dylan in the chat, free game of the night. Free game of the night, boys. Never leave on bad terms with a woman, boys. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than a woman scoring, boys. Never leave on bad terms. Always make sure you leave on good terms. Or you might end up in fucking Ilya Toporia's position. Alright, boys? Always end on good terms, boys. You do not want to fucking end with a bitch fucking mad at you, hating your guts. She will get her get back one day. She will dedicate 90% of her existence to fucking your demise, okay? Never happened to me, but I've seen it. Never happened to me, but I've seen it. And actually, boys, if you want neighbor lore, I heard it upstairs the other day. We got a single mom who moved in upstairs. Okay, she got a daughter, little girl. The dad comes by to pick up the daughter, and he must have done his ex-wife so fucking dirty because I swear to God, yesterday when he picked her up to go to school, she slammed the door in his fucking face. Slammed the door in his face and left him waiting there for another like 10 or 15 minutes while the daughter got ready. And the daughter was even fucking saying, she's like, Mommy, I'm scared. Mommy, I'm scared. While the mom and the dad were fighting. So I'm just saying, boys. I'm just saying. Okay, nothing worse than a woman scorn. This single woman upstairs is a woman scorn, boys. A woman scorn. I'm telling you. By her ex-husband. I'm telling you, boys. That's some neighbor lore. That's some free game of the night. All right? Shout out to Dylan. Shout out to Dylan. Thoughts on prenups? Gotta have it, Dylan. You gotta have a prenup, bro. If you got money, you gotta have a prenup. If you got bread, you gotta have a prenup, homie. You got to. You got to. If you got bread, you got to, homie. You got to. But you know, like in some states too, if you're with a girl for like 10 plus years, you're like, I forget the term, common law wife. So you don't even have to marry someone, right? But if you're with them for 10 years and you live with each other, it's basically good as married in court. They can sue you for shit when you break up. Common law marriage, also known as non-ceremonial marriage, is a marriage that results from the parties' agreement to consider themselves married, followed by cohabitation. Rather than through a statutory defined process, not all jurisdictions permit common law marriage, but will typically respect the validity of such a marriage lawfully entered into in another state or county. So yeah, if you're with a chick for over 10 years, boys, shit, you better have a prenup ready. You better have a prenup ready. Shout out Loke Dog. Here's John Jones. Or here's Ramzan Kadyrov's son shadowboxing with his birthday present, John Jones. How cute. His birthday present, John Jones. This is his birthday present right here. Kadyrov's son wanted John Jones for his birthday. Everyone will bend the knee to Kadyrov's son, boys. Everyone. Faceplant KO.
Porque quizá le esté sorprendiendo.
Está conectado, ¿eh?
Como que le está conectando Delphi.
No, lo noqueó.
¡Se acabó!
No, pero
¡Victoria de Delphi Hammer!
pero
No, igual,
hay
igual,
que ser
igual sobraba,
respetuoso.
Sí. Igual o seguro que sobraba mientras atienden los servicios médicos a Yaman, que parece que se va recuperando poco a poco.
All right, and that's going to be it. That'll pretty much be it for the stream, boys. We can keep scrolling a little bit on X and see. But... oh, here's Joaquin. Buck disappointed. It was 12-0, Miata boy. It was 12-0. It was like a minute. It was like a minute long match or something like that. Couple minutes. But this is typical Pat Downey behavior, bro. He be teching a lot of people. Pat Downey's really good at wrestling. Shout out to Buck. Shout out to Pat Downey. Congratulations, Pat Downey. His son should spar with Alex. Alex would knock his ass out. Alex don't know how to go light, Miata boy. Alex don't know how to go light, homie. Damn, Buck got... oh, I don't want to read that. Shout out to Buck. Damn, Bo Nickel versus Yoel Romero. Booked. I don't like how they keep putting UFC fighters in these wrestling matches, though. Yoel Romero is an exception because he's a former, like, Olympic wrestler. But they just announced that they're putting, like, Bilal Muhammad in. And it's like, bro, stop using our names to sell this shit. You know what I mean? Like, Bilal Muhammad gonna take an L2. See? Bilal versus David Carr. National champion, David Carr. Like, why Bilal? You guys just trying to fucking use his name. You know he's not gonna win. Not even a close match, probably. But watch Bilal fucking pull off the upset. Jamal says Pat is on roids and EPO shit. I don't know, Jamal. I don't know. But I think actually Pat did admit to me that he got on some type of peptides or something like that. He might have. In an interview we did that was posted on the channel. Yoel is a gold medalist freestyle wrestler. Is he gold? Is Yoel gold? Yeah, Yoel is an exception, but like Bilal, come on, bro. Bilal don't got the accolades to compete with these guys. Bilal does. Or sorry, Yoel does. ...2000 Olympic silver medalist, 3-time World Cup member, World Cup winner. So he's a silver medalist. Miata boy. Silver. Pretty good. Pretty fucking good. Pan Am's gold medalist, though. I think it's good for real. It might bring these wrestlers to come to the sport. It could, but these wrestlers be getting too much money, bro. We saw that fucking thing that DC said, right? These wrestlers, there's too much money in college to come to the UFC for these guys. Bo Nickel, a unicorn. Bo Nickel, a fucking unicorn. Barely any of them from fucking NCAA wrestling gonna cross over. Because they be making fucking bank on those NIL deals. Bank. But that's a good theory, Miata boy. Not a bad theory. Could happen. I just don't like seeing fucking the UFC fighters getting used up for their names, for their name value. That's what I don't like. But it's all good. It's all good. Damn, Pantoja saying he would move up to fucking 35 if O'Malley was champ, but since Merab's champ, he doesn't want to do it. 10 pounds for me is much more than other guys. If O'Malley got the belt, then I would say I'm ready to go. But with Merab, it's different. Maybe if he comes down to flyweight, it's going to be easy for me. So he thinks the weight advantage for a guy like Merab, a grappler, is too much. But he'd be willing to take on a long and lengthy striker like O'Malley. Let's listen.
When you talk about 10 pounds to my division, to
Damn, it was playing. My bad, my bad.
flyweight to the bantamweight is huge compared. If you see the Willie Zhang versus Valentina, you can see the difference about the size. Of course, when you have Islam Makhachev go to 155 to 170, that's yes. You can see it's not too much difference. Of course, Islam need to lose a lot of weight to make 155, but 10 pounds for me is much more than the another guys. But Merab, one of the best, one of the pound for pound. I think if O'Malley get the belt, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm ready to go. But with Merab, it's different.
It seems like you have respect for him then.
A lot, man. Maybe if he want to come to 125, it's gonna be better for me. When you talk about 10 pounds to my
Merab got to move down to 25 to see Pantoja. Do it, bro. Do it, Merab. Come on, homie. We need a big fight. Give 125 a big fight, homie. Give 125 a big fight. Hey, Kennedy Blades. Shout out Kennedy Blades. She a baddie now. Damn, trolling Buck. Trolling Buck. That's a fair point. That's a fair point, Miata boy. That's a fair point. But I think what you're, the one point that DC made that you might be missing is that these guys make so much money off the NIL deals, hundreds of thousands of dollars, potentially even millions by the time they graduate, or at least fucking 7 figures. And then when you get signed to the UFC, they offer you fucking 12 and 12. So these kids are like, dude, I'm not fucking signing for 12 and 12. Like, I just made fucking 6 figures a year over here. Like, 12 and 12 to risk my fucking life? Like, no thank you. So that's why I'm saying Bo Nickel is a unicorn, bro. These guys make a lot of good money these days, and the UFC can't compete with it. Offering 12 and 12, they can't compete with shit like that. So that's what I would say to that. Imagine already being like having $500,000 in the bank or invested and then fighting 12 and 12. It's just a hard fucking thing to come to terms with. Merab could never make 125. He's like a new age TJ, and look how that went. I don't know, bro. I think Merab could possibly make 25. I think he could. All Merab does is fucking fast during fight week. He got like the craziest weight cut ever. He might be weight drained, Miata boy. He might be weight drained. But I'd like to see Merab fucking at 125. If he could do it. If he could do it. But Merab will only be fasting for like fucking 6 days before the fight. No diet. No diet during fight camp for Merab. No diet at all. Eats whatever the fuck he wants. Fight week, he fasts the whole fucking time. Never heard of anything like that in my life. Guru reacted to the Arman Tsarukyan video. Shit, I didn't think there was too much to react to, but I'm sure you'll get a good crash out from this one. I'm sure it'll be a good video. Alright, boys, that's pretty much the stream. That's the stream. We had some decent topics to cover. Everybody watching right now, like the stream, subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you want me to cover anything else that I didn't cover, drop it in the chat. But that's pretty much all I got for you boys. Shout out to everybody watching. I'll be going live tomorrow. Miata boy, they only make 12 and 12 the first and sometimes second fight. They move to 25 and 25. Sometimes. Shit, sometimes. Sometimes that does happen. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't, Miata boy. Sometimes it doesn't. If these fighters would fight more, they would make more money. It's simple, yeah, but you know, I think there's something going on with like fighters not getting offered fights. That's what Aljo was saying. He's saying he's not getting offered fights and shit, and I do get that. You know, I think these fighters are getting iced. Like people saying Buck's not active, right? Buck hasn't got a fight offered all year since his loss to Usman. Not all year, but since the loss to Usman, he hasn't got a fight offered. So I will blame the UFC a little bit for the inactivity of some fighters. I will. Not all fighters, but some guys are getting iced. Some guys just don't fight that often. Buck, one of the guys getting iced. You feel me? But to Miata boy's point, the newer fighters, the guys who make less money, you know, they can be more active. I think the UFC keeps those guys more active. So, maybe. Maybe. But once you reach a certain threshold in the UFC, you start making X amount of dollars, I think that the UFC starts slowing you down a little bit. Just a personal read I got. I'm going to watch the countdown later. The UFC countdown. Shout out to all the boys watching. All right, boys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Look at all of us making the same types of reacting to all the same shit. It's all good. Those are the most viral things of the day. All right, boys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, Miata boy. See, Miata boy, I told you I wasn't going to crash out over Arman today. I kept my cool today, homie. Shout out Jamal. Shout out Dylan. Shout out Rhett. No, homie, we can't do the fucking Charlie Kirk thing, but shout out to you, homie. Ricky LaFleur, Jamal, Buyer Seller, John Dong, Ruby Z, everybody in the chat. Tuxedo Mask, of course, how could I forget Tuxedo Mask? True Silence, everybody. Shout out to all you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's hope we get some good news topics tomorrow. Like the stream. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, boys. Peace out.